Since my election, we've created nearly 500,000 new jobs, including 10,000 manufacturing jobs, and those numbers are going through the roof. We're going to have close to $11 trillion invested in new investments in the United States, and you can look at other years. There's never been anything like that. And by the way, that's essentially in 2 months, not 4 months, because it took me a little time to get acclimated. But over the last 2.5 months, we're over $11 trillion is going to be coming. Apple is spending $500 billion to invest in America, not in China. NVIDIA, $500 billion. TSMC, if you look at this one, TSMC, and this is a company the biggest in the world for chips, $200 billion at least. Amazon, $4 billion. Johnson & Johnson, $55 billion. Merck, Stellantis, General Motors are putting in billions and billions of dollars. We have it all done. It's going to be all with very little inflation. In fact, it was 2.1% in April, way down. You went through inflation that was probably the greatest inflation in the history of our country over the last 4 years. And now we have it down to around 2%. Grocery prices are down. Mortgage rates are down. Energy prices are down. And gasoline prices over Memorial Day weekend were the lowest they have been since 2003. Think of that. In fact, in a couple of states, gasoline, $1.98 a gallon. When have you heard that number lately? Income soared in April, up 0.8%, almost triple expectations, and we achieved the largest drop in consumer prices and the largest increase in consumer confidence since the pandemic, and actually probably about 20 years before the pandemic. Last month, we also cut the trade deficit in half, and that's the story of today. They can't believe it. The numbers just came. We cut, before we even get started, actually, we cut it in half, the trade deficit.